Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kinetic Impressions Movie News. I'm Arnie.
I'm Andy.
And today we're going to be talking about Elizabeth Banks is directing a movie called Cocaine Bear, which is going to be produced by Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Just to give some context, I'm going to read an article from Slash Film. Deadline reports that Elizabeth Banks has signed to direct Universal Pictures' Cocaine Bear, a film written by Jimmy Warden and described as a character-driven thriller inspired by true events that took place in Kentucky in 1985. The events pertaining to something called Cocaine Bear that can't be right yet. Yet it is, as per Roadside America, Cocaine Bear, affectionately known as Pablo Eskobear, was a 175-pound black bear that died from an overdose of cocaine after roughly $15 million of the drug that had dropped from a drug smuggler's airplane. And the story gets crazier from there. The smuggler, Andrew Carter Thornton II, was a wealthy son of an elite Kentucky horse breeding family who fell to his death when he bailed out of the plane, hit his head on the tail of the aircraft, and didn't open his parachute until it was too late. This is just, like Elizabeth Banks, last directorial debut notwithstanding, I fucking love everything about this. The film, Chris Lord and Phil Lord,
Chris Miller.
Phil Lord and Chris Miller. I think they are fucking comedy geniuses. I think they can do no wrong, at least right now.
Can you remind me what we reported on them recently?
They directed Spider-Verse, right? They also did 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street. They were kicked off of Han Solo. And I forget what their last one that we talked about, that they were they're also doing a female 21 Jump Street.
That's the one that we did the Aquafina
yes.
Jump Street movie.
Yeah, that they were going to be involved in that as well. I forget the directors of that one. We were talking about the female directors of that one too, but
I'm just looking at their list, and they're busy guys right now.
Yeah, busy guys.
They're really busy. I mean, not even counting what the Lego movies, the Batman movies, and stuff like that did for them. But Into the Spider-Verse did so much for them.
Oh God,
they are just they're on TV series. They're on movies galore. They're working on the projects that we mentioned, sequels, and they have exactly these guys are going to be in the news forever because they are comedic geniuses.
Yes,
and their goal, it seems like, whoever what studio has this, because it's
Universal.
Yeah, they struck gold with these guys.
Yeah.
And so continue on, Arnie. Sorry.
I just want to say, like you said, they're comedic geniuses, and I think they, at least currently, they can't do no wrong. And I hope they're entering this phase where they're definitely going to have yes men surrounding them, and I hope that doesn't hurt them. This story is insane. It just reeks of just all balls to the wall craziness. It's in Kentucky. It's about a bear that eats cocaine, $50 million of cocaine. Let's talk about Elizabeth Banks. I think that her last couple directorial debuts have not done well in the box office, and I honestly think that she was given a lot. She was given a lot. She did the last Pitch Perfect wasn't a bad movie. It did okay. It did well because it was a Pitch Perfect movie. She did the Charlie's Angels movie, which I didn't watch, but I know didn't do too well.
I think the last time we talked, actually, I asked you, was like, "Hey, has anybody watched that Charlie's Angels movie?"
I don't think we watched it.
I almost forgot it happened.
Yeah, it happened. It was a thing that happened, and I don't think it was her fault completely. I just think that she's just a director that just has gotten really big projects without really exercising the directing chops. I think that her best projects are yet to come because she really hasn't exercised that muscle. I love her as an actress. And I think her stepping off of those movies that were kind of, girl centric. They were really, and Pitch Perfect was definitely something that she was involved in from a long time. She was an actor in it. She was a producer in it. She was a writer in it. And she was handed that franchise.
She was hilarious in that movie, by the way.
Sorry, excuse me. As needs. Yeah, she was really good in those roles, and it was a project kind of tailor made to her skill set because she was just of the projects. And then she was given Charlie's Angels, which was, she never directed an action movie, and she really hadn't really directed a movie of that kind. And I can understand when a director goes full tilt into a kind of project they have never done before, why that project didn't really do well. It didn't really deliver. Because, at the end of the day, she hasn't really done that kind of project, but now she has gone through the directing school of hard knocks. She's got some battle scars. She's got some wounds. And I think she's learned some fucking lessons. And I think she definitely has some good, solid work ahead of her. And being with Phil Lord and Chris Miller as people who not only are incredible directors in their own right, but I think they understand tone, and especially comedic tone, in a way that a lot of people don't. Because like we were talking about Steven Spielberg in another video, Steven Spielberg, his early movies are really, really well done and really well made because he can bring sentimentality and action and budget into a movie and do it really well. I think that's what Chris Lord and Phil Miller do really well too. They bring sentimentality and comedy, right, and big budget things together in a really, really concise and nuanced way, right? And I think with their minds at the head of this project, with Elizabeth Banks's, she has experience points now to really bring this project to fruition. And I just love the fuck out of this story. I just really want to see this on the big screen.
I'm hoping exactly what you said, that with the backing of Phil Lord, I don't think she's had this kind of producer power behind her.
Yeah.
In this, I think Pitch Perfect was rushed by studios because they knew that it was kind of like, it was this, I can't believe I'm going to use this word and not a better one, but this fad.
Franchise. It was a franchise.
Well, no, I'm just saying, just musical kind of type movies were a fad at that time. Glee and Pitch Perfect came out very similar timings. They were trying not to let the bubble pop on them, so they wanted to get it out. I don't think it had as much power as the original one did. I don't think it was a bad movie. I actually watched it. I kind of liked Pitch Perfect too. It wasn't as good as Pitch Perfect 1, but like I said, I think I could feel that it was rushed. I could feel that it wasn't as, I think it was hilarious. I think Elizabeth Banks was hilarious in it. And the whole cast was great. It had a spectacular cast. So I wanted to watch that movie because of people like Katie Seagal, Adam Devine, Rebel Wilson, Anna Kendrick were in it, and that was a great cast to watch because they're just going to be funny. And I think I read this article where Kristen Stewart says that they were talking about of how bad Charlie's Angels flopped at the box office. I mean, I think it made that you'll know better. You'll know the numbers a little bit better than I do, but I think it made 17 million box office.
Jeez,
and I don't think that's good.
Yeah, and it was right before the pandemic. I think it was 20. I think it was right at 2019, the last quarter.
Maybe 2019. Maybe in pandemic times that would be a good number, but that was not a good number for pre-pandemic. And so I think Kristen Stewart said, if I had if I wasn't proud of the movie and it did this bad, I would kind of I'd kind of be a little devastated. But I was very proud of this movie, and I think we all went to have a good time, so it was all right. Damn, dude. those were just some funny quotes from that. I thought it was hilarious. I didn't watch it. I don't know if a lot of people did, obviously. So
Yeah, obviously.
so I mean, it's just I thought Charlie's Angels was a little too soon anyway, because I thought Drew Barrymore. I thought like to not bring back any kind of like, because these actresses are still there. You know what I mean? Like it's not like Drew Barrymore is so old that she can't make a cameo, or oh my gosh, what was her name?
Pass the torch, so to speak, maybe.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Diaz,
Yeah.
Lucy Liu. I mean, they're still around. They could have a cameo, and I think passing the torch would have been a proper way of doing it, right?
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it could have easily been done. I mean, I don't know if the original Charlie's Angels did it for the 2000s Charlie's Angels, but still, like, the 70s Charlie's Angels, like, I think they were kind of in bits and pieces of the 2000s ones that we all know.
There was definitely cameos for sure.
So like I was like, they didn't even try with that. So we knew it was going to kind of be a blunder before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to.
I was going to say
the story's good with Phil Lord with it. I think Elizabeth Banks is hilarious, and I thought, I was just going to say, I thought she was like an amazing villain, like in even the Power Rangers movie, which like was going to suck no matter what.
I liked the Power Rangers movie.
You what?
I'm just going to say it. I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked the Power Rangers movie. I thought it was fun.
Me personally, I thought no matter what Power Ranger movie came out, it was going to suck. I thought it was going to suck. I liked it because I went in there thinking it was going to suck, and I liked it. So
yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was a good, fun movie, for sure. But like, I also think that Charlie's Angels was just not the right. It wasn't the right movie for Elizabeth Banks to direct first, away from being from a project that she already knew. Right. Yeah. Pitch Perfect, she was involved in it. She was in it. It was her world.
And right. Let's kind of rewind. Let's remember how we opened this big segment anyway, which was we were talking about Creed and Ryan Coogler, and we're giving all this praise to Ryan Coogler, kind of handing the torch off to Michael B. Jordan. Well, I mean, Elizabeth Banks has worked with Phil Lord and Chris Miller in some of the Lego movies. They've worked together.
Yeah.
They've worked together is what I'm trying to say. And so we don't know that like we can even say like maybe they're doing something like that, like they're passing some projects to their friends kind of type thing. That happens all the time in Hollywood. So maybe, I mean, this movie has to be made. Obviously, we know the story. This movie must be made. Yeah. I think we should make the bad version of this movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
We should try to get it out before they do.
Yeah, get it sold to Netflix or Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, let's make the bad version of this. Content is needed.
Yes, content is needed in this world right now. Yeah, I like that point because you're so right. You're so right. In this like Hollywood world, like actors can make good movies. Actors can make incredible directors. It's been proven time and time again that is a thing. Clint Eastwood, Ben Affleck, like it is the thing that can happen. And I think that Ron Howard, the list goes on. It is a thing that happens. And I think Elizabeth Banks, we kind of pigeonhole her into this, like, because Charlie's Angels was not that good, and because Pitch Perfect she was on the ride already, and she just kind of took the reins because the studio wanted to just like steamroll a sequel, and they were like, well, she was writing on this project, let's just give her the reins to direct this movie. And the truth is, like, she is a very novice director, right? Who really took on projects, one that was in her wheelhouse because it was trying to get done. And then she was handed a really big project. She was handed an all-female action movie, which I think was probably like not the best thing for a real like first-time director to take on, right? I watched a little bit of the Aaron Sorkin movie that just came out. I forget the name of it. That was on Netflix.
The trial.
Yeah, the trial of the Chicago 7. You could tell that it was a first-time director just based on the blocking of each scene. You can tell like his writing prowess didn't translate, but because I think it was just too big of a movie for him to try to do the first, to be the first of the first directing schnapps to do, right? And I think Elizabeth Banks has the ability to do something great. And I think she was just given to like Michael B. Jordan was in big, giant, action-packed movies before. Elizabeth Banks has been in kind of comedies, right? She's done kind of dramedy movies as well. She wasn't in the room or in the machine of doing big budget action movies, right? So I think the knowledge that she will gain from doing that will definitely help her in making a solid movie. And you're right. Her relationship with Phil Lord and Chris Miller is just another cherry on top of having her really have some schnapps into making this movie good and like actually delivering something that's really like, a fun time. And I think that she can fucking do it, man. And I want to see the fuck out of this movie. For sure.
It says that she wrote the screenplay to Charlie's Angels as well.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, man. Like, I don't.
Oh, she did.
Yeah. So I think you're right. I think we can hope for the best in this one, and I can't wait to see this bear movie. I think I'm going to watch it just because now that I know the story, it's going to be like, I went in and like I was thinking about one of the movies that we reviewed. Oh man, what was it? It had a lot of killing in it.
Did we? Was it the one where everybody was like doing it was they're being hunted in the woods?
Yeah, it was the greatest. Like it's basically another version of like the
greatest game.
Yeah, kind of type thing.
God, I forget the name of it. We just got to go back to our YouTube page and check out what it is. But I got our anchor pulled up right here.
Yeah, but I gotta like that. I was just thinking back to that movie. It's like it didn't really is The Hunt. It didn't really like. It wasn't like a big. Right, remember? Right, it was The Hunt.
Yeah, The Hunt. It was The Hunt. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and like it wasn't well known. It wasn't honestly. It was one of the last movies before COVID really, really hit, and it wasn't well known. It wasn't well advertised, and I remember going to watch that in theaters because I was like, "Oh, Dan Lindelof." I was like, "I want to watch it because Dan Lindelof," and I was like, and I just saw Dan Lindelof attached to it, and I was just like, going to watch it no matter what, because even if it sucks, it's gonna suck with Dan Lindelof behind it.
Yeah,
and I thought that was good. I think that's gonna start being a thing. I'm hoping that starts being a thing, because like now I'm like I'm gonna go watch this Phil Lord, even if it's a bad, even if it's a bad movie. It's like
produced, because they're just that good.
Phil Lord badly produced movie.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a still fun movie to just watch because the ideas in it are just like outlandish, right? For sure. Yeah. Well, I want to see the fuck out of this cocaine bear movie really badly. I want to see some hicks and some cocaine drug lord shit. Pablo Escobear shit really badly.
Bear. That's a good. Did you come up with that, or was that the article?
Yeah, this is the article. It was the nickname of the bear. Probably in some news article at some point during the fucking recording of it.
I now want a bear called Pablo Escobear.
Shit.
Good. Sorry, that was good. Good. Speaking of hits, I think we should get some. If you hit us up with some comments,
please
hit us up with. Tell us what you think about Elizabeth Banks, and if you watch Charlie's Angels, please tell us what you think.
We were rooting for the movie. I think everyone was rooting for it for sure.
Yeah, and Arnie, you got a side thing going on?
Yeah, man. I got a show called the Arnie Diaz Show. I do some independent reporting there. It's it's fun times.
Would you independently report on Pablo Escobear?
I would, dude. I will do a video on fucking Pablo Escobear.
Please.
Just leading up to the movie, just because it sounds amazing.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
But it teaches us. You know what this teaches us? It teaches us that we should all go fucking watch a movie.
Go fucking watch a movie.